People sometimes always complain that we portray the negative things about our country. But what happens when the people themselves portray the negative things about themselves for the world to see? Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV Let's Talk, and we're about to discuss a real shocking story that took place in the United States, in which a Jamaican immigrant is accused of taking the life of a 19-year-old Burger King worker as she was doing the night shift. When we return, we'll have exclusive details of this to come on the program. This is Links 007 TV Let's Talk, and we'll be right back with the full details. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. This is Links 007 TV Let's Talk. If it's the first time you're watching, please do the golden rule and subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with our latest report. So what we want to talk about today on the program is a real serious incident that took place just over a week ago, in which a 19-year-old Burger King worker that was said to be on her work doing her thing when she was brutally attacked by a Jamaican who was said to be in the process of carrying out a robbery attempt. However, the robbery was successful. However, as the event unfolded, it ended in a total bizarre tragedy after the individual life was afterly snuffed out right in front of other employees at that Burger King establishment in New York. Now, I can tell you that the family of this female has been left totally traumatized based on the events that took place on that fateful night. And we here at Links 007 TV just want to express our sincere condolences to the family and friends of this victim. Now, what I want to do is just to update you with the person that was actually taken into custody. So a few years ago, this would have been the individual who actually carried out the act, looking so innocent, and then what unfolded after still puzzles many, as this is the now individual that is accused of taking the life of the female. And the thing that is so ironic about the whole entire situation, she had just started her shift on that night, and it is slated in a police report that the individual only was able to rob $100 from the victim, and she did not put up any resistance, I'm told. However, her life was snuffed out right there inside that Burger King store, which was just so unfortunate and just so sad. Young, beautiful, promising, and smart female life just taken innocently, just like that. And now the police have actually taken an individual into custody, and he has been formally charged, and he is actually facing some real serious criminal charges in relation to what took place on this fateful night. And what made the situation more ironic is that he was actually employed to the said store that he robbed. What led to the termination of his contract with that Burger King establishment is still unknown, but it's been reported that he was actually employed there, and I have a picture of that to share with you. So if you're seeing on screen there now, that was him a few months or even years ago carrying out his daily tasks at the said business establishment. Now, what led to the bizarre incident that took place on this night still puzzles many, as it seems as if he is suffering from some sort of emotional and psychological meltdown, as the police have been reported that he did not had a fixed address, so he was actually homeless. Now, many people have begun to speculate that he is of unsound mind. However, the police are still in the initial stage of their investigation, and as the police carry the investigation, the individual so far has been identified as Winston Glenn. So without no delay, let me just update you with the latest we have in relation to this story and provide you with what unfolded on this night in question. So, a man who the police said fatally shot a 19-year-old worker at a Burger King outlet in Upper Manhattan during a robbery attempt has been arrested and he has been charged with the offense. So, the man the police said has been identified as Winston Glenn, and the police stated that he entered the fast food restaurant on 116th Street in East Harlem shortly after midnight on Sunday and pulled what appears to be a firearm, according to officials. So the individual demanded cash, and the employee who was behind the cash register at the time was said to be the individual that was taken out, and she has been identified as Kristal Bayron-Nieves. And the individual asked that the cash be turned over to him, according to officials. But during the interim of the whole entire situation, it seemed as if, with a gun pointed on her, the female became fearful and actually struggled to find the key to open the cash register. And the individual now, according to the police, who has been identified as Winston Glenn, and he's aged 30, shot her once, and she was struck in the chest, and she succumbed to her injuries in a hospital. So after the female was shot, Glenn, who is said to be 30 years old, left the store with just $100. So Mr. Glenn was charged with several counts, including first-degree murder, robbery, and criminal use of a firearm, the police have stated. A lawyer for Mr. Glenn could not immediately be reached on Friday up to the publication of this report, and as he spoke alongside police officers at the department headquarters, the police have stated that this was just a real shocking and bizarre taking out of the female, and one that could have been avoided because this situation was just so uncalled for. Well, as the family tried to come to terms with what transpired, this individual was just 19 years old, and to look what happened to her is very sad. Knowing that she was actually at her place of work, trying to make an honest living, when someone just out the blues and just out of some form of rage and greed for money took the life of this bright, beautiful, and wonderful female. And words cannot even begin to express what the family members and even the community where she hails from is actually going through at this current moment, because this situation is one that just goes to show you the world that we're living in and how the hearts of people are so cold, because he could have robbed the store and left the female. He didn't had to do what he did, and it's just so unfortunate that she succumbed to her injuries, and the family right now is left to grapple with this reality for years to come, knowing that this individual will no longer be a part of this world just because of $100. Her life was actually taken innocently. Such a sad situation, and the situation is more compelling that it's actually an individual who is an immigrant of that country. He's not a born citizen, and to know that people would travel outside of their homeland in order to progress themselves in a positive way and try to uplift themselves, this is what they turn to. And then you'll have people that will go to say we always portray the negative things about our country. But what happens when these people portray the negative things about themselves for the world to see, as I put in the initial report of this? So the police rely heavily on CCTV footage, which they were able to use in order to track down Winston Glenn, aged 30. And upon his capture, the police were able to ascertain that an earphone matching the one similar to that on the CCTV footage was actually found in the company of the individual. So the police have stated that Mr. Glenn had worked at the same Burger King as the shooting victim between April and December of 2020. Police officials have confirmed that they believe that the two did not know each other personally and that this was just a random attack. So Mr. Glenn wore a black ski mask and had already taken $100 from another cash register before shooting the victim. He had 4 prior arrests according to authorities, including for criminal possession of a weapon and in an incident during which he brandished a knife according to police. So this individual was known to the police, and his last recent incident took place in November of last year, in which he was actually taken into custody according to the police, but he was not charged for the incident in which it is stated that he pulled a weapon on a person and was actually taken into custody but was not charged with the offense and then released. In the days after Miss Bayron-Nieves was taken out, residents of East Harlem held several vigils and placed balloons and bouquet of flowers where the incident took place. As the family tried to console each other, this will be a remnant of what took place at this Burger King store on 116 Harlem Street. And the family right now is left in total shock and in disbelief about what transpired here. We here at Links 007 TV just want to take this opportunity though, just to express our sincere condolences to the family and friends of this victim. This is where we're going to leave this report now. Thanks for watching. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk. Peace out and have a blessed and productive day from the Links TV family.